In your pajamas.
Can't call this out,
Morning, guys. Wow, today is a jam-packed day. It's kind of crazy. We feel really, really crazy. The first time that I will be leaving the post office with more than one box of baby chicks. Just got the notification that they've arrived, but I kind of got to scramble and get some other things ready for the brooder. Morning. Okay, so I don't have the chicks yet, but I do have all the stuff to set up the brooders, so I'm gonna let you do that.
All right.
And then I'll turn around and get the chicks and the ducks.
Can I come with you?
Well, who's gonna set up the brooders?
I think Alora said, I mean, all we have to do is pour the wood chips in, and then I can have Alora fill up some feeders and water.
Okay.
So,
Well, we need to get the heaters ready too.
yeah.
So it's warm for when they come here, so.
Yeah.
Got the brooder lights and the bedding down and stuff like that. Should explain, you know, what this craziness is all about. Rachel and I feel like we need to start growing pasture-raised poultry for our local market, and so we've kind of just dived in head first or feet first, whatever. We've got almost 300 birds that are at the post office from McMurray hatchery, and this guy, what do you got coming?
20 ducks.
Okay, what kind of ducks?
I think we're getting 10 Pekins and 10 Gold Star hybrids. So.
And what's your idea with that?
So I mean, in reality, it's a ploy to get more ducks, but I mean, I figure I could also use it as an opportunity to sell their eggs, because people will charge a higher price for them than they would chicken eggs, because there are certain benefits that you can get from duck eggs that aren't found in chicken eggs. So
definitely feel a little bit overwhelmed right now, but it's all gonna work out. That's what we keep telling ourselves. Okay, so we had a little hang up. I assume that all of the chicks were under the same tracking number. They weren't, so we just got the ducklings, which they all look healthy. They're very chirpy and happy. But dude, it's probably like 6 boxes of chicks with 50 in each box. Says it's at the destination facility, and it's en route, and you know, chicks can do really, really well for 48 hours, you know, but it's a rough trip. You know, I'm worried that they're getting tired, and we need to get them water and warmth, and so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of investigation to find out when they're gonna be here. But for now, we'll put the ducklings in the brooder, we'll take care of them, and then I will try to figure out the mystery of the missing chicks.
Everybody has their job, 9 to 5, and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me.
Oh my goodness, you guys, we've had some trouble with the post office. Aaron is up. He's delivering meat right now, actually, to one of our markets. And so, so he asked me, because on our delivery slip for the chickens, we have a bunch of meat birds coming for market, and anyway, they're in transit right now, and so they're supposed to come in the morning to the post office. At least that's been the history of it. So we went in, Laura and I went into the post office, and the gal said that they are still in transit, which is not good because they're supposed to be getting here today.
They had to have scanned it onto a truck or something like that.
I know. There has to be a way to find out where they are. It's just not good. Like, the post office is going to have to keep them overnight. I went in there and talked to the gal, and I said, hey, we have some chicks coming. So anyway, it's just a hassle because we're just kind of playing the waiting game now, and we can't really do anything. Our hands are tied, and we're either going to have dead chicks on our hands, or it's just not going to be good.
All right, good morning, guys. Just woke up and I got a phone call from the post office, and I'm gonna go pick up the chicks. Yesterday was a little bit of a fiasco. Rachel kind of was dealing with our local post office, and I was making phone calls. The phone trees all led to a dead end, and so even Ginger from McMurray Hatchery gave us a call and kind of helped direct us a little bit. McMurray Hatchery is so fantastic, you guys. So yeah, apparently they were maybe delivered to the wrong place and just brought back to the hub. That becomes a humane thing to me. Kind of frustrating. I'm gonna go pick up those baby chicks. I've got the brooder is ready for them. Most important thing when I go pick these baby chicks up is any of those chicks that are lethargic need probably the most warmth, and get them hydrated. Getting them hydrated before food is like one of the best things you could do for your baby chicks. Crossing our fingers that everything's okay with them. Oh, it's a whole lot of chicks. Whew. Lots of noise. I have to get home in the brooder and start unpacking them to see how they're actually doing. So here we go. Let's get them back ASAP. Okay, moment of truth. As I was in the car with all these chicks, I kind of smelt a dead smell. That's all I can describe it as. Okay, we do have some losses over here. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna start unpacking these.
Hi, Sunny. Hi, puppies. Hi, puppies. Who does puppies right here? Who the puppies? Hi, puppies. Oh, Daisy and Daisy. Daisy. Hi, puppies. Hi, puppies. Okay. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good dog.
So, super bummer, and this is the part of farming I don't know if anybody ever really gets used to. But counted 127 chicks dead in the mail, and this is not a hatchery problem. You know, I'm curious, in a parallel universe, if we were able to pick these up yesterday, how many of them would be okay. Chicks can last 72 hours in transit. You know, it's not ideal, to have them go that long. 48 hours is what it should have been. Just really wish I could have made the difference, or something I could have done to pick them up earlier. You know, the real problem is USPS. I mean, it was right in our backyard, so to speak, and they could have reached out to us and we could have went and picked them up and saved a lot of these baby chicks' lives, you know. So the other ones are getting warm, getting water, getting food, and we just have to keep watching them to see how they do. There's going to be a few that probably are just on the brink, but this is a bummer because now we have to figure out a plan, because we're raising these birds for meat to sell others, and the processing plant that we will go to requires us to have at least 250 meat birds in order for them to process. And you know, now what do we do? You know, I think I have an idea of maybe we let these ones go about 4 weeks, and then we order some Cornish cross, so they'll so these big red broilers will have a little bit of a head start. It takes them a little bit longer to grow out. And then we could bring in and brood some of the Cornish crosses, and hopefully they'll have like a little race to the end, and we'll see who, if they kind of meet at the end at the meet, no pun intended. So they'll meet at the end at the same size, so that when we butcher, you know, they're at the same rate. Because we've already bought feed for 300 chicks. Who would have thought that farming was so challenging? Smash that like, subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you in the next video.